My name's Richard Irumu, and I work with NARO-MUZARDI Research Institute. Where we are is Chikoko Mixed Farm, which deals with in rear and go poultry, pigs, and goats.
Here at Mukono Zadi, we are leading a youth empowerment project to support youth use NARO technologies to improve their businesses. The youth that are doing business of poultry are having challenges with feed. They are also having challenges with disease management. So we are now putting together these videos to address some of the issues that we have got from the youth as we've been interacting with them, to see how we can help our youth on how to improve their businesses and also to help them be more climate resilient.
The reason as to why you should feed our chicken adequately to ensure faster growth rate among the chicken to reach the desired maturity period time. Then secondly, to get weight gains at maturity time. And then to boost their immune system in order to fight off diseases. And then maximize production of eggs in case of egg-laying birds. And then put on a lot of meat for table birds like broilers and broilers. Then better plumage outlook. Plumage is the feathers, how the feathers look like. The types, we have got the starter feeds, and those ones are rich in proteins, and that means that the good protein is supposed to be in good quantities to enable them have a good start in life. In case of layers, the good protein go on decreasing from the start. It can range from 20 to 24% to 20, and then eventually it ends up at 18% good protein. And then with broilers, it ranges from around 23 to 20%, and then ends up around 19%. Why do we go on decreasing? Because we don't want them to accumulate a lot of fats. If birds have got a lot of fats, the feed utilization cannot come up well. Even if you are sourcing local available feeds, you can source feeds in line with vitamins, carbohydrates, minerals, and some energy sources in order to fulfill the energy requirements of the bird. Proteins are mainly got from pulses like nuts, cowpeas, aquaculture products, byproducts like fish meal, and then abattoir products like meat and bone meal can make very good protein sources. Oilseed sources like cottonseed cake. Then you have seed cake. Also insect-related products like black soldier flies and these insects which birds can fend for themselves along the forage system. Vitamins can be got locally from forages which can be exposed to the birds that are not dangerous, like Russian comfrey, pasparum, purple leaves, in order to fulfill the energy requirements of the bird. Actually, when you are mixing the feeds, you have to ensure that the bulk ingredients are mixed together. The ingredients which are not bulk are also mixed in a certain way and then added on the bulk in order to avoid wastage and spillage of the micronutrients. The micronutrients I'm talking about are like premix, shells. All those can easily be misplaced or can easily be lost in the meal. Bulk ingredients include maize bran, broken maize, cottonseed cake. The non-bulk ingredients include premix and then minerals also. From local available feeds, like in pulses, you have to make sure that you remove the anti-nutritional factors. Like in case of soybean, it has to be roasted, and in case of cottonseed cake, it has to go through the milling process in order to reduce on the anti-nutritional factors, okay? But with vitamins, the Russian comfrey and then other leaves have to be fed the way they are in order not to reduce on the vitamin content of it. And then when you are storing the feeds, you make sure that you store them in a good way, preserve the aroma. Because if the aroma is lost, then the palatability of the feed is going to go down. Under storage facilities, we have to be with a sound storage facility which is leak-proof. In case it's a rainy season, that feed is not supposed to be mixed with water, because the moment it mixes with water, it can easily go bad, and its lifespan is going to be short-cut. And then vermin-proof. Vermin-proof, I'm talking about vermin like rats, which can easily come and feed on our feeds, cause economic loss, and they can also bring in diseases. A number of mistakes that are made by our poultry farmers. First of all, overfeeding. If you overfeed your birds, you give them a lot of feed than what they can consume on a daily basis. And this leads to spoilage of feed, spillage of feed all over. So during the scarcity period, these birds will have to go for the feed that they spilled over in the litter. They'll consume it along with the fecal matter, which is going to bring about problems like coccidiosis disease. Secondly, poor mixing of the feeds, which may lead to poor performance. When you buy pre-mixed feeds from the feed stores, they came on segregating themselves along the roads because of the bumpy roads that we have, the humps and whatsoever. So when you reach the farm, you just have to put the bag there, and then you start scooping the lighter feeds first, and then feed the birds. And as you proceed, you end up with the bulk feeds which are settled at the base of the bag. So when you reach the farm, make sure that you power the feed and then mix it again in order to have it homogenized actually, so that it can have the same consistency and the same composition. And then another thing is the storage. The roofs are leaking, the rats can gain entry into the food store, and then eventually all that leads to poor performance at the farm level.
We know as NARO that we cannot be everywhere, so we are working with local government officers, extension officers. We are working with NGOs and community-based organizations that are doing extension services. But we also want to encourage you, the youth, to learn from one another. We will look forward to receiving feedback from you for educational purposes and to learn more. We want to request you to like our videos, download them, and subscribe to our TikTok and Twitter handle. Thank you for watching.